Here we want to compare the functions f of x, which is equal to x to the 10th, and g of x, which is equal to e to the x, by graphing both f and g in several viewing rectangles. When does the graph of g finally surpass the graph of f? So let's go ahead and graph those two functions. So we have x to the 10th, and we have e to the x. Oops. So looking at the window of negative 1.2 to 1.2, and then 0 to 6, we can see that it intersects here, and then it intersects here. Let's go ahead and copy that. So we'll change the viewing rectangles again. So by doing so, we can see that something's going to happen all the way at the top here. So it looks like we're going to have to go a little further. So rather than keep trying to scroll here, let's say maybe we're going to go to 32 to 37 on our x-axis. And then we can go from 0, and then maybe let's go to 1 times 10 to the 12. So, what's happening with this graph? Well, what's happening is that we can see that the one in purple represents e to the x. The one in green represents x to the 10th. So let's make sure that we note that. So again, the green is x to the 10th, and the purple is e to the x. X to the 10th, and then e to the x. So the question is asking us, okay, when does the graph of g finally surpass the graph of f? Well, if we look at this second graph, we don't see that that's happening here. So we may need to then look at a further dimension in our viewing rectangle. So here we have now gone to 31 to 41 on our x-axis, and then gone all the way up to 3.5 times 10 to the 15th. Well, right here at this particular point, we have the x value at 35.772, and then it goes all the way up to 3.43 times 10 to the 15th. So that's when we have the graph of g surpasses the graph of f. So that means here in purple we can see that now this graph in purple is now rising faster than the one in green, which is x to the 10th. And so looking at the x value of 35.772, we would then say that the graph of g, which is e to the x, finally surpasses, meaning that it's increasing faster, that of the function f at when x is approximately 35.8.